In a world hyper-connected through social media and instant communication, the desire for acceptance and validation has never been more prominent. We often find ourselves swept up in the currents of popular opinion, feeling compelled to conform to the norms and expectations of others. This need for approval can be a source of anxiety, self-doubt, and lost individuality. Contrary to this societal impulse, Stoic philosophy offers powerful wisdom on the importance of unpopularity and staying true to one's principles. The Stoics remind us that the opinions of others are not within our control, and seeking external validation can lead us away from a meaningful life. The cultivation of virtue, the acceptance of hardship, and the understanding of our own values are core tenets of Stoicism, ideals that often run contrary to the crowd. This essay explores the profound lesson of embracing unpopularity, not merely as a passive acceptance of isolation, but as an active choice towards authenticity and self-mastery. Lesson 1. The Stoic mindset on external validation. At the heart of Stoic philosophy is the belief that a virtuous life comes from within. The opinions of others are inherently outside our control, and thus should not dictate our sense of self-worth. Stoicism teaches us that seeking external validation creates a dependency on others' perceptions, which can lead to anxiety and self-doubt. When we focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, intentions, and actions, we develop a resilient sense of self that does not waver with public opinion. Consider the pressure to conform to societal norms or the expectations of peers. This drive for approval can tempt us to compromise our values or suppress our true selves to gain acceptance. However, the pursuit of likability often comes at the cost of authenticity. The Stoics remind us that integrity should take precedence over popularity. By prioritizing our own principles over the fleeting approval of others, we cultivate inner strength and clarity of purpose. To internalize this lesson, engage in self-reflection. Assess your motivations and choices. Are they genuinely your own, or are they shaped by the fear of being unpopular? By consciously choosing actions that align with your values, you build a foundation that withstands the might of external judgment. Ultimately, a Stoic mindset encourages us to liberate ourselves from the need for validation. In doing so, we unlock the potential for a life characterized not by the whims of others but by the steadfast pursuit of our own truth. Lesson 2. The beauty of authentic relationships. In a world driven by superficial connections, the Stoic emphasis on the value of authentic relationships is refreshing. True friendships are built on mutual respect and shared principles rather than the pursuit of popularity. Socrates famously stated that a friend is someone who challenges you to be better, not merely someone who affirms your choices. This concept speaks to the core of Stoic thought, the importance of virtue in personal relationships. When we focus on forming connections with those who share our values, we cultivate a supportive network that encourages personal growth and resilience. These relationships may not always be popular, especially when they require challenging discussions or confronting uncomfortable truths. However, they are invaluable in fostering an environment where we can be our truest selves. To embrace this lesson, seek out individuals who inspire you and challenge you to think critically about your beliefs. Invest time in nurturing these meaningful relationships while recognizing that not everyone will appreciate or understand your choices. Unpopularity may arise when we engage in honest conversations or refuse to conform to societal norms, but the reward is a strong bond grounded in authenticity. To live a life of genuine connection, prioritize quality over quantity in relationships. Surround yourself with those who appreciate your values, even if it means letting go of superficial friendships. Ultimately, authentic relationships contribute to a life rich in purpose and fulfillment, echoing the Stoic emphasis on virtue in all aspects of life. Lesson 3. Strength through adversity. Embracing unpopularity often involves navigating adversity, a common theme in Stoic philosophy. Challenges can test our resolve, prompting us to choose between compliance with popular opinion and adherence to our values. Every difficult choice we make in the face of disapproval is an opportunity for growth and resilience. Stoics like Seneca taught that adversity is an essential part of life that, when approached correctly, can cultivate strength of character. When we stand by our principles, we may face criticism or isolation. These experiences can be painful, but they also serve as profound opportunities for self-reflection and inner development. How we respond to adversity shapes our character. By not shying away from difficult conversations or uncomfortable truths, we demonstrate clarity and conviction that can inspire others and lead to personal growth. To embrace this lesson, reframe your perspective on adversity. Rather than viewing it as a setback, see it as a chance to solidify your values and emerge stronger. Consider how historically significant figures like Martin Luther King Jr. or Nelson Mandela faced immense challenges due to their commitment to justice. Their unpopularity only strengthened their resolve and legacy. Living with integrity requires courage, especially when it leads to unpopularity. Yet, by embracing adversity as part of the Stoic journey, we foster resilience and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. In the end, strength through adversity ultimately leads to a more meaningful and impactful existence. Lesson 4: Liberation from the need for approval. In modern society, the need for approval can feel overwhelming. From the moment we wake up, we are bombarded with messages urging us to be liked, admired, and validated. Social media platforms amplify this pressure, encouraging us to curate our lives for maximum appeal. Yet Stoic philosophy teaches us that true freedom and authenticity come from liberating ourselves from the need for external validation. The Stoics believed that our worth is not dictated by the opinions of others, but by our commitment to our principles and our character. As Epictetus famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This insight encourages us to examine where we derive our sense of worth. Do we build our identity on the approval of others, or do we find it within ourselves? To reclaim our sense of self and liberate ourselves from the need for approval, we must first recognize the external influences that shape our beliefs and behaviors. Reflect on how societal norms, peer pressure, and media portrayals impact your desires and choices. How many of your decisions are influenced by an underlying desire to fit in or be liked? Begin by identifying specific instances when you compromised your values for the sake of acceptance. An important step towards liberation is practicing self-acceptance. Acknowledge your thoughts, feelings, and values as valid expressions of who you are. Engage in daily self-reflection or journaling to explore your beliefs deeply. What do you stand for? What are the principles you refuse to compromise? The more you understand your core values, the less likely you are to bend to the whims of others. Another aspect of breaking free from the need for approval is facing the fear of judgment. We must confront the discomfort that comes from being unpopular or misunderstood. Conducting a mental exercise known as negative visualization, common in Stoicism, can be beneficial here. Imagine the worst possible scenario that might unfold if you express your authentic self, perhaps losing friends, facing criticism, or being ridiculed. By confronting these fears mentally, you can diminish their power over you. Accept that unpopularity is a natural consequence of living authentically, and that it reflects your commitment to your values rather than a measure of your worth. Moreover, recognize that people will inevitably have varying opinions about you. Not everyone will appreciate or resonate with your authentic self, and that's perfectly normal. The pursuit of universal approval is a futile endeavor that only leads to frustration and disillusionment. Embrace the idea that it is better to be respected than liked. Meaningful relationships are built on genuine understanding and mutual respect rather than blind admiration. It's crucial to reinforce this liberation with positive affirmations. Create statements that affirm your commitment to living authentically, such as, "I am enough, and I do not require validation from others," or, "My worth is inherent and unaffected by external opinions." Repeatedly affirming these beliefs, especially during moments of uncertainty, helps fortify your resolve in your journey towards self-acceptance. Ultimately, this liberation leads to a more profound and fulfilling way of life. You become less susceptible to the whims of public opinion, and more grounded in who you are. Living authentically not only liberates you, but can also inspire others to embrace their true selves, creating a ripple effect that promotes a culture of authenticity over superficiality. Lesson 5. The value of courageous authenticity. Courage is essential for living a life aligned with one's values, especially when facing the pressures of societal norms and public opinion. Stoicism teaches the profound lesson that authenticity requires bravery, specifically, the courage to express one's true thoughts and beliefs, even in the face of criticism or rejection. It's easy to conform to popular sentiment, but it takes fortitude to stand firm in one's convictions. The courage to be authentic begins with self-awareness. Understanding who you are at your core, your values, aspirations, and beliefs is the foundation upon which courageous authenticity rests. Engaging in reflective practices such as journaling or meditation can help you delve deeper into your true self. Ask yourself, what principles do I hold dear? What beliefs am I willing to stand up for, even if it means being unpopular? When you have a clear understanding of your values, you can express them confidently. Courageous authenticity does not mean being confrontational or abrasive. Rather, it's about articulating your perspective with clarity and compassion. This can be particularly challenging in group settings or discussions dominated by contrary opinions. However, it is precisely these moments that demand your courage the most. When you speak up for what you believe in, you not only honor your true self, but also model bravery for others. The act of standing firm in your beliefs can lead to initial discomfort, especially when faced with disapproval. However, there is growth in discomfort. It signifies that you are pushing against the boundaries of your comfort zone. It's essential to recognize that being unpopular is often temporary, while the impact of courageous authenticity can be lasting. Historic figures like Socrates, Joan of Arc, and Nelson Mandela faced immense challenges for their authentic selves. Their commitment to their values often resulted in a legacy that outlasted their unpopularity, inspiring future generations. Courageous authenticity inspires accountability. When you live true to your values, you encourage others to do the same. Your bravery serves as an example that authenticity can coexist with vulnerability. Furthermore, the connections fostered through authenticity tend to be deeper and more meaningful than those based on conformity. Engaging with others who share or respect your values fosters an environment of growth and mutual respect. To cultivate authenticity, practice articulating your thoughts in safe spaces. Begin with close friends or family, expressing beliefs or opinions that you might have previously kept under wraps. As you grow more comfortable, explore discussions with larger groups. Embrace the possibility of disagreement. Understand that not everyone will agree, and that's okay. Differences in opinion are a natural aspect of human interaction. Finally, celebrate your small victories in authenticity. Every time you express your beliefs and stand by your values, you reinforce your capacity for courageous authenticity. Reflect on your experiences, identify the emotions you felt, and acknowledge the growth that comes with each courageous act. Final thought. In conclusion, the journey towards liberation from the need for approval and the embrace of courageous authenticity is a profound path of self-discovery and growth. Both lessons remind us to dig deep into our core values and stand unwaveringly by them, often in the face of adversity and criticism. Although the journey may not always be comfortable, the rewards are immense. A life enriched with genuine relationships, self-respect, and a strong sense of purpose. The Stoics understood that living authentically is not just about the personal journey, it has the power to influence those around us. When we embrace unpopularity as a reflection of our values, we challenge the status quo and model for others the importance of authenticity. In a world increasingly concerned with conformity, your courageous authenticity can plant seeds of self-discovery and freedom in those who witness your commitment to being true to yourself. As you embark on this journey, remember, the path of authenticity often diverges from the road of popularity, but it is in this divergence that you will find your true self. Embrace it wholeheartedly. You will not only experience personal liberation, but also inspire others to embark on their own journeys toward authenticity.